Hi, my name is Rach and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about what I have learned in the past 5 years of studying abroad. Stay tuned. Well, first of all, I would like to briefly introduce myself as an international student from China. Today, up to this point, it's my 5th year of studying abroad in the US. When I first landed in Minneapolis, it's literally my first time ever in the US. And I don't know, sometimes life just happens. So I started my journey of studying abroad in 2018, in August in 2018. And this year, officially 5th year of studying abroad alone. This video is gonna cover some things that I learned in the past 5 years, and hopefully this would benefit you. And if you haven't started your journey and just still looking through your options, like where you want to go, if you wanted to study abroad at all, if there anything that you would consider to be part of your decision-making process, stay tuned. We're gonna share some of my tips and my thoughts. First of all, I definitely want to say big thing about culture shock. I didn't know what a culture shock is until by the end of the first year at my freshman year, and I was this whole year was and I mean it makes sense when you're entering a completely different culture with knowing nobody there, and then you're basically just building a life out of your own, from I'm not gonna say zero, it's more like a negative zero, because a lot of the things that you're learning is constantly negating what have you learned growing up in a completely different culture, especially when this bigger environment, the cultural value is kind of completely the opposite from where you're growing up. A very basic example, I study abroad in the US, and in the US you can very easily pick up from wherever you're at. It's people do value individualism over collectivism, and apparently in China, where I'm from, in Southern Asia, collectivism is a huge thing where we're taught to value the community interests over our own interests. And then when we're making decisions in long term, we always consider family, we consider the whole community, blah, 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 blah. So that is a huge shift. So in the first year, I was constantly interacting with different people with different cultural values, and kind of questioning myself a little bit. We will go a little bit deeper about that concept in another video, but I just wanted to point it out that cultural shock is a thing, and is a huge thing here. All right, so the second point, you have to grasp the idea of what is it like of actually being away from home. First of all, I wanted to just be clear of my definition of home, because home could mean very different things for different people. For here, what I meant is really basically refer to the rest of my family. For example, when I'm saying I miss home, I meant I miss China, I miss the people that I live with, my family, my parents, my sister, the food there, the culture there, how comfortable I can be there, just because this is how the bigger environment I grew up in. So what does it mean actually being away from those people who have be in your life the past whole however many years, and all of a sudden being in a physical distance with them, with a time difference? That means you can't just FaceTime them whenever you want to, because it's 8 a.m. there, 8 a.m. here, and then 2 a.m. there, and it's just not possible. For me, I started being away from home since I was 13, because I started my kind of study away from home journey a little bit earlier. I went to a private international high school in a different city where I'm from, away from my parents, and so it was such a journey ever since. It's a learn and grow journey for both me and my parents, because I'm their first child, and they have never experience this life, like raising a kid, and but like she is so far away from us, but she's going through puberty, you know, being a teenager, and then first time interacting in society, and like applying to school, blah 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 blah, everything. And I understand that for different families, every family situation is very different, and whatever works for me doesn't necessarily works for you. So I'm advocating for finding your own way of connecting with your family in your own rhythm. So for me, I probably, like, I text my parents every single day. Like, we just like do a constant check-in. I would send them some, you know, gym pictures, like I'm working out, I'm staying healthy, or I eat a really yummy bowl, like a healthy bowl, to make sure like they know that I'm having, like, making effort to live a healthy life. I'm like actively staying healthy and happy. That's because that's what I want them to know. I want them to know. And we do video call like pretty often. But if that's not the case for you, no worries, no stress. I have friends who are just calling their family like once a month, and then they're just communicating through text. That works fine for them, that works fine for their family. You do not need to change your rhythm because of what other people's life looks like. Okay, as long as you feel like you're listening to your heart, that you feel like you're getting what you need from this relationship, from your connection with the rest of the family and the, you know, the bigger culture that you're brought up with, you're good. I absolutely loved my journey studying abroad. I'm not saying it has been rainbows. It's definitely both rainbows and the thunderstorms for sure. But I would not change anything that have happened here. And I definitely would, I do not regret anything that have happened. And ever since, I've just learned so much about myself, about where I want to be, about this different culture, and reflecting back of the areas of growth, and just like literally like my whole family grow together because we're constantly interacting, things that I notice from here and what they notice from there, and then interacting our information, and then just like reflecting together. It's a lovely beautiful journey. So if you have the capacity and if you're considering studying abroad, my answer is definitely yes. Hell yes, heck yes. I don't care where you're going. I don't care if you're going to Europe. I don't care if you're going to North America, or if you're just going to, you know, different country right next door, like not South Korea, Japan, anywhere. Go out there to experience a world that other people have. Then you will literally like expand your mindset. You will know that the next things, when maybe then, you know, when life happens, life throws thunderstorms at you, you'll be like, maybe I have other options that I can go after for. Maybe life is way more than just what I'm seeing right now. And whenever my family member asks me, like, if I would suggest my cousin or my niece to study abroad, or even have the opportunity to be an exchange student to another state, another school, another, you know, even another city, I would say definitely yes. I am a big pro in having different kind of perspectives in life, have different kind of experience in life. I think it's super great and important. And not every experience is like good, is positive, it's, you know, it's colorful, it makes you feel great. But because of this colorful experience, sometimes those experience makes you feel not so competent for doing something. Sometimes those experiences like a reality check for you. But all of those experiences, they are for your growth. So if you have the opportunity, I would say grasp it, go for it, please take it. It's yours, and you can do literally anything you want to do when you have your mind, put your mind into it. We'll discuss more about this study abroad journey, about food. We'll go a little bit deeper into what I did in the 4 year of undergrad, the on-campus job, and my experience doing it. Great. Thank you for watching this video. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.